This is The Pathless, developed by Giant Squid and published by Annapurna Interactive. The Pathless is a third-person open-world game. In the game, you take on the role of a nameless hunter who is an expert archer and has travelled to this mystical island to help lift the curse that has plagued the gods of this land and hopefully restore them to their former glory. Standing in your way is the God Slayer, who has, as you might expect, slain the gods and has subjugated their souls for some nefarious purpose. The God Slayer will send his cursed, subjugated god spirits, after you. When you enter a new area, you will find the god of that area, and they will hunt you for the duration until you lift the curse on that area. To do that, you need to find several god-specific light stones and slap them into different towers dotted about the landscape. Once you have all the towers lit up and purified, you will be able to take on the cursed god. Encounters with the gods are entertaining and visually striking, particularly in HDR. Fire effects are a real standout. While the boss battles themselves are a lot of fun, being hunted by the boss is annoying. Getting caught by the boss throws you into a stealth segment, which isn't fun and is very different from the rest of the game. I am not a fan. In the game there is no map. You will need to find high points in the area like towers and mountains and stuff like that to figure out where you are using landmarks. You also have access to spirit vision, which can pinpoint landmarks in the area that you have not completed yet. Navigating the world, you use archery, take out talismans that are dotted about the land. They fill up your dash meter so you can get into this kind of rhythm of firing and then dashing to make it to the next talisman, fire at that one, and so on. Different types of talismans appear on the map as you progress. Some of them launch you up into the air, some will fill the dash meter more than usual, some give you a bigger burst of speed, and so on. You are also accompanied by an eagle companion. The eagle is strong enough to lift you bodily off the ground, so you can use the eagle to glide across gaps or jump off a big ass tower and glide for ages. There are different secrets scattered about the landscape. There's a ton of lore items on topics like the gods themselves, the religion that has built up around them. You have the lore about the God Slayer before they became the God Slayer and why they became the God Slayer. There are also little secret puzzles like Simon Says, where you hit the correct archery targets or shoot an arrow through a flame and carry the flame to another point. Things like that. Little patterns that show up out in the game world. You complete them to collect gold pieces, and filling up your gold pieces meter will give you additional abilities for the eagle. The game is a meditative experience rather than an action-packed super adventure. The game becomes much more relaxed once you have defeated the boss of the area and you can travel about the area at your leisure, collecting secrets and mopping up any puzzles you may have missed. I found The Pathless to be a chill and relaxing game. The areas are a little repetitive, but I think it adds to the meditative nature of the game. The Pathless is not a full price title, and I feel you do get a good experience for your money. The Pathless is available on PC, PS4 and PS5. This is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, developed by Omega Force and published by Nintendo. Age of Calamity is a Musou title, typical of Omega Force development house, similar to titles such as Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, Dragon Quest Heroes, One Piece, Pirate Warriors probably, you get the picture. Age of Calamity is a prequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and takes place when the Calamity has begun, but Calamity Ganon has not fully awoken. So it's about 100 years before Breath of the Wild. In the beginning, you play as Link, but you quickly add characters to the roster. You can also play as Impa, Princess Zelda, and eventually unlock the 4 champions. You don't get to see much from these characters in Breath of the Wild, so it is great to be able to see more of them here. The characters have different movesets and special abilities, however they do play very similarly. Previous Musou titles have a distinct formula of normal attack combos that can be modified with special attacks, building up your meter to then unleash a room clearing attack before sprinting off to the next map objective. Age of Calamity is no different. There are trappings brought over from Breath of the Wild. You can learn recipes that can boost your combat ability, you can find Korok seeds randomly out on the battlefield, and you can collect items to trade in and complete subquests. Luckily, breakable weapons have not made it over. Thank Hylia for that. Musou titles are simple games, but there is something cathartic and enjoyable about demolishing hundreds of enemies with ease, especially after coming off something like Demon's Souls, where defeating even a single enemy can be an ordeal. One nice quality of life improvement I like is that you can send underused characters to a training camp so they can level up. This is especially useful if you need them for a story mission but have not been using them. While I am having fun with Age of Calamity, I do feel it's the kind of game that benefits more from shorter play sessions. Gameplay can start to feel very repetitious with longer play sessions. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is available exclusively on Nintendo Switch.
A guardian? But why?
This is Demon's Souls, developed by Blue Point Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Demon's Souls is a third-person action RPG and the beginning of the Souls-like genre, or the Masocore genre if you prefer. The kingdom of Boletaria has been swept up in a colourless grey fog and has been blocked off from the rest of the world. Within the fog, demons are running rampant, have taken over the kingdom and its outskirts, and are slaying and devouring the souls of its citizens. Your character has been drawn to Boletaria and has managed to find their way past the fog and are now stuck until they deal with whatever is causing the fog. For those unfamiliar with the Souls-like genre, it's generally characterized as pitching the player against challenging enemies or scenarios and then brutally punishing the player's mistakes. And players seem to love it for some reason. This typically involves you dying. A lot. But then sometimes not dying, managing to slay enemies, collect their souls, make yourself more powerful, and then die a bit more. This is a remake of the original Demon's Souls on PlayStation 3, released in 2009, and is practically a one-to-one remake. Warts and all, it retains the solid combat of the original, the fantastic setting, beautifully rendered in 4K HDR, the same cast of characters, but also the pain points of the original. The original game's world tendency system is preserved and is still as fickle as ever. World tendency reflects the player's actions in the game. If a player slays a game boss, world tendency shifts to white, making the player more powerful and opening up more exploration options. Conversely, if the player dies, world tendency shifts to black, making enemies more powerful and usually resulting in the player dying more often. The remake does provide a player's guide to some of the game's systems, but these systems are never explained within the game proper, as they were not explained in the original. Even the old cheese strategies of plinking hundreds of arrows into a dragon from the safety of a blind corner are still present in the remake. This remake is very faithful to the original. Demon's Souls 2020 has also added some features. The game has a photo mode for taking gorgeous pictures of your impending demise. Some new items have been added, like a ring that boosts item drop rates. You can now even roll diagonally, rather than being limited to the original's cardinal directions. Fractured mode is an addition for Demon's Souls veterans. Fractured mode changes the game by mirroring or flipping location maps and changing up some enemy placements. Overall, I think I enjoyed playing Demon's Souls. It certainly provided some of the most rage-inducing moments I've experienced while playing, but I did keep coming back for more, and I have managed to complete the game and start again with a new character. So yeah, I think I enjoyed it. What is wrong with me? Anyway, Demon's Souls 2020 is available exclusively on PlayStation 5. Staircase, or you'll end up completely missing, you fuck! Ah! This is Bugsnax, developed and published by Young Horses. Bugsnax is a first-person adventure game. In Bugsnax, you take on the role of an unnamed Grumble journalist. A Grumble is a kind of muppet, and you have been invited to Snacktooth Island by renowned adventurer Grumble, Elizabeth Megafig, to document the Bugsnax and the Grumbles who moved there with her. However, when you arrive, Elizabeth is nowhere to be found, the Grumbles have disbanded and are living on their own on the island somewhere, and the mayor, Filbo Fiddlepie, asks you to help him get Snacksburg back to normal, recruit all the Grumbles and get them back to town, and maybe you'll find Elizabeth along the way. The main gameplay loop of Bugsnax involves capturing Bugsnax to then feed to the different Grumbles with, horrifying results. But what is a Bugsnax? Well, it's kind of a bug, and it's kind of a snack. It's Bugsnax. Just think of them as anthropomorphized Pokemon snack foods. The gameplay is part Pokemon Snap and part Ape Escape. You use your snack scope to take pictures of Bugsnax to learn about their behavior, likes and dislikes, and patrol patterns. Using that info, you can then attempt to capture a Bugsnax. Some Bugsnax are simple enough to catch, you can just lay out your trap and wait for them to wander in. Some Bugsnax may need to be coaxed into a trap with their favourite sauces, some you might need to use a combination of traps, which can be fiddly to toggle between, and some Bugsnax you just need pure luck to catch, which can be quite frustrating. Luckily, the Bugsnax themselves are very cute, with fantastic designs and hilarious voice work. The Bugsnax, a bit like Pokemon, speak only their name in different intonations, and I had a big grin on my face listening to Bunger walk about the place, and I need a plush of one immediately. There are 100 different Bugsnax to catch in all. However, many are essentially palette swaps of other Bugsnax. For example, Bunger and Barbecue Bunger are effectively the same Bugsnax, but with different skins, though they are both just as hilarious. Bugsnax is overall a fun game to play. Great little characters in the Bugsnax themselves, and also the Grumbles that you help along the way. There is some excellent and hilarious dialogue between the Grumbles, and seeing them grow into snack food monsters is very disturbing. Some of the controls can be a bit clunky when toggling between multiple traps, and there can be frustration in capturing certain Bugsnax. But if you feel that, just return to Bunger and listen to him for a bit, and all will be right in the world. Bunger, 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 Bunger. Bugsnax is available on PC, PS4, and PS5.
Maybe you could start another one in town? Call this one quits?
I don't quit. Now kindly leave and take a ketchup for the road. Whoa! Darn Bunger! Get out of here!
The those were some of the games I played for November in 2020. Standout for me was definitely Demon's Souls. I did have a lot of fun playing that game, despite being very frustrated a lot of the time. Also, still, it's a very well put together game, and I enjoyed my time with it. After that, Bugsnax was really funny. The characters are really cute, and I really enjoyed capturing them all and seeing the different character moments play out. Pathless, the same. Again, really enjoyable, really relaxing, but not a whole lot to go back to, as there isn't too much of a story, and the gameplay itself is a bit simple. Age of Calamity, I'm not really that far into, so I can't say for definite if I'm enjoying it exactly. It is like the Dynasty Warriors formula that I have played many times before, so I'm very familiar with it and somewhat bored of it. But I do like the Zelda parts, the story, the characters, so it is keeping me engaged for now anyway. That was for November 2020. For December 2020, so it was gonna be Cyberpunk, but is probably an understatement for that. I'll have to come up with some other games instead. So we're going to be looking at Twin Mirror, which is from the Life is Strange people. It is a kind of detective choose your own adventure type game where the character seems to have some kind of liminal Sherlock Holmes space in his head where he deduces. Seems interesting. I've played a little bit of it already, and yeah, it's interesting. Also, we'll be looking at a couple of smaller games. We're going to be looking at a game called Fogs, which is, let's say you had the cat dog cartoon from when I was younger. Anyway, maybe nobody knows what that is. Anyway, it was a cat and a dog, and they were joined in the middle. There was no butt. It was just a cat head and a dog head, and then they were joined like a hot dog. Anyway, let's say cat dog, right? But the cat is also a dog, so it's dog dog. That's Fogs, I guess. It's like an Ouroboros, but dogs. Doggoboros. I don't know, it looks fun. We'll give it a shot. Also be looking at Unto the End, which is kind of minimal art design, but a very interesting kind of game. Its combat system is very on the fly. It's also a very stark presentation. You're basically a Viking kind of guy trying to get back to his family, and you encounter these sort of alien creatures, and you can fight them if you want, but combat is very difficult. So you can also try to find like common ground with them, but you can't really communicate, so it's a bit odd. So I'm just going to give it a shot. And the last one we'll be looking at is Haven, which is a PS5 title, and it's a kind of, you're playing as a couple who have like abandoned their life to go live on this planet by themselves, and it's like the progression of their relationship as that happens. I don't know, the combat system looked interesting. That's really why I'm looking at it. You're controlling the two characters at once as a kind of meta idea for the characters becoming one entity thing. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Maybe my mind can't rub my belly and pat my head at the same time. Elsewhere on the channel, there were individual one-shot videos for all the games featured in the November video. So there is a Foley plays for Demon's Souls, Age of Calamity, the Pathless, and Bugsnax. So check those out. They are linked below, and also there should have been like cards or whatever, balloon things that pop up on YouTube. Anyway, look around on the channel. You'll see them somewhere. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and there should be more from me hopefully soon. I did take a pretty decent break over Christmas and New Year's and such, but hopefully attempting to get back to more regular videos from now on. And yes, I have said that before. I have actually said that many times before, and it has not been true. But there you go. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you guys next time.